Hey everybody, I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. I have been kind of busy the past couple weeks, so the past couple months, I guess. It's been about 2 months, I think, since my last vlog. I've been helping with my grandmother, although that hasn't been really what's been keeping me busy. I was trying to get stuff set up for college this semester because, as most of you know, I had to take a year off because I failed the developmental math 3 times. And then after you do that, you have to take a year off. So I was like, okay. Then about in October, I started to set up, to get everything organized and start going back to college. And I had to meet with the foundation that was paying for me to go, that's been paying for me to go for the past couple, since I started college. And when I had to meet with them, and they were like, okay, let's meet in November, such and such a date, like late November. I was like, okay. I kind of wanted to get done a little earlier, but do what you have to do. So I met with them, and they said, okay, what you got to do is pay for math yourself, get that out of the way, and then we'll pick you back up. No problem, as long as I get, cause I'm busting my ass, excuse my language, but I'm busting my ass to try and finish college. Because I don't want to stop now, because what can you do without a degree, really? And while I'm getting my degree, I wanted to become IT certified, and all through the college. So I was like, okay, do math, pay for math myself. I can do that. I'll just take math this semester and see what happens. Good idea, right? So I went to the um, website and I logged into my account and everything and made sure everything was set up. And it seemed that the last time I went to college, the last 2 semesters I went, uh, the uh, the the foundation that were paying for me to go, uh, their system was messed up, and I still owed $200. And I was kind of bugging out. 200. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It was 300, not 200. I was bugging out because I was like, okay, with this money I owe, I can't uh, set up my classes. They have a rule where you get a hold on your account, and you can't. You're stuck until you pay. So I was like, I gotta get a hold of the foundation. I wrote them. They're like, okay. Well, we have a new system now. Our old system was messing up, so that might be what happened. So we'll send them a check. And as time went on, they said, all right, well, on our system it doesn't say we owe that much, but we do owe money, so we'll send them the money and see what happens. I called the college. Days, weeks went by, and they said, you still owe money. You definitely still owe. Okay. Called the foundation again. They say still owe the money. Oh well, our system says that you don't know anymore. So then, long story short, by the time the foundation and the college finally started talking to each other, it was already a week to 2 weeks into the semester. So I was forced to kind of sit the semester out, which kind of killed me because I felt like, again, I'm at a standstill. What am I doing with my life? Then I started looking into something, and it turns out that not going the semester was a blessing in disguise. You see, am 24 years old. In April, I'll be 25. And I weigh 280 pounds. And I've tried dieting, I've tried diet pills, I've tried it all. Nothing's working. So I decided to do the bypass surgery. So I have to go on the 13th to see like a seminar, and then after I go there, I meet with the doctors, the dietitians, and all that. And after I meet with them, I have to meet with a dietitian like once a week or once every 2 weeks for 4 to 5 months. And then after 5 months is up, I go and I have the surgery. And it's gonna be rough at first. I have looked it up. It's not like, I don't want to be fat anymore. I'll do a weight loss surgery. No, I've actually looked it up, and it seems like it's gonna be really rough at first. It's gonna be like I'm going through withdrawal, but because it's a whole new lifestyle. You know, you're not just like watching what you eat. You're completely changing your lifestyle. But I think it's my only hope at this point, and I need to change. I need to look better because I feel like I'm living a life unlived, if that makes any sense at all. But I feel like with my appearance, I'm missing out on. I'm sorry, I know it's not the reason to do something as big as a weight loss surgery, but I feel like girls don't look at me because of my appearance, because of my face, and because of my weight. So what I decided is that if I want to improve something, if I want to help myself, then I have to do something drastic, and the weight loss surgery is what I have to do. Because girls look at me top to bottom. They see my face, they see my weight, and it's like they'll never date me. And I'm not like, oh, I want girls to think I'm hot. No, it's not just that. It's that growing up, being with in a relationship, making out, kissing, sex, flirting, fighting, bickering, getting into fights where you're about to break up, all that stuff is a part of life. And I just feel like right now I'm living a life unlived. And I need to do something to fix that. And I don't know, I've tried dieting, I've busted my butt dieting, and it doesn't work for me. I have to do something drastic. So I'm doing the weight loss surgery, the gastric bypass. It's what I have to do. And I would appreciate it if you don't have something constructive to say about it. Don't say anything at all. I want nothing but positivity. I don't really care for the negative. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You should just try dieting naturally. No, if that worked, I'd be 20 pounds already. Okay, maybe not that skinny, but you get my drift. Speaking of like dieting and being healthy and all that stuff, there's a wrestler that anyone who knows wrestling should know this guy, Jake the Snake Roberts, master of the DDT. He was the best villain in wrestling. He had this scowl that made you like run, and he's had it rough. He's had drug problems, alcohol problems, and he lost his way. And with the help of Diamond Dallas Page, who is another wrestler, uh, Jake the Snake has gotten on the right track. He's now, I believe, it's like 4 to 6 months sober. He's lost about, I think, 50 pounds, and he looks amazing. And he inspires me to lose weight, and I'm trying, I'm trying. But I see him, I'm like, wow, I can't do that. Here's a guy who he went to hell and back, and he's getting his act together, and I can't. What's wrong with me? But I am just he's such an inspiration. Speaking of Jake the Snake, and speaking of pro wrestling, this Saturday, I think. What day am I on? Thursday. Yeah, this Saturday, if the weather holds up, I'm going to New Jersey for a pro wrestling syndicate show. And it's a promotion I haven't gone to yet. I haven't gone to Northeast Wrestling, I went to WWE. I haven't gone to PWS yet. But Matt Hardy is their world champion. And there's a guy, TDS, the Dynamic Sensation. And I met him through a mutual friend. And I've watched him for the past, I think, like 4 or 5 years. And this kid is phenomenal. He's going to make it in this business. He reminds me a lot of like what the X division in TNA used to be. Any wrestling fan will know what I'm talking about. He's like very charismatic. He makes a really good heel. I think he'd make a good babyface too. But he makes a really good heel. I saw one of his promos that he showed me, and man, he's gonna be big. I'm just waiting for the WWE or TNA to kinda wake up and see, oh wow, this kid, he's got it. We gotta hire him. But he's going to. He's gonna be the next big thing. Mark my words. But I'm also going not to see just TDS, the dynamic sensation. I'm also going to see Matt Hardy, who I've met twice already. And last time I met him, he was like, "Hey man, how you been?" I'm like, "He remembered me," and he actually did remember me. No, I'm sorry, 3 times I met him, and then I saw him the third time, and like his girlfriend wrote on Twitter something like, "Every time I'm out with Matt, the fans come up and ask the same 3 questions." And I was like, shit, I don't want to be one of those douchebags. I gotta come up with something good to ask. And I actually tweeted and said that, like, now I gotta come up with something really, good to ask you. I go up to him at the next show, and he's like, hey, think of a good question yet? And I'm like, ah, I was in shock. I couldn't, he legit, he remembers me from Twitter and from meeting me. It blew my mind. He's one of the coolest, down to earth wrestlers I've ever met. And I've actually been following him his whole career. And I followed him through his rough spots with his girlfriend and his former best friend, his ex-girlfriend, and his former best friend. And I've been rooting for him the whole way. And he had a rough spot, but he's gotten himself on the right track again, and I'm so happy for him. And he's another one that he inspires me. His catchphrase was "I will not die." I'll never be defeated. I'll never quit. And that's been my slogan ever since I saw him. Ever since I heard him say it. 'Cause I will not die. I'll never quit. Even though sometimes I may feel like it, I will never quit. I will not die. Um, but hopefully I can go this weekend, because tonight into late tomorrow night, Saturday morning, they're saying we're supposed to get a really big winter storm. I live in New York, and if we get this storm, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the wrestling event. They're calling for like 6 to 8 inches to a foot to over a foot. And you know how it is. You go to one channel, they say one thing. One channel says 3 to 6. One channel says 6 to 8. Other channel says a foot and a half. So I don't know. But I'm like, hell or high water, I'm gonna do my best to get to that show. Alright guys, that's all for now. That's all that's really been up. But now it's going on to 13 minutes, so I hope you guys enjoy my vlog. Oh, wait. Cancel that. I'm not done yet. You guys know Katie Couric, I'm sure. The news journalist, she's like a news anchor, and now she has a talk show. She took over for the show that took over for One Life to Live, the soap opera, when it went off the air. And at first I was like, oh, if I watch her show, then it's gonna make the network think that we like to talk shows and not soap operas. And I was like, oh, I can't watch that show. Get General Hospital canceled. But I got watching the show, and I actually like her. I really like her show a lot. And she had a girl on there who, I forget what happened. Like, she got bit by a dog or something. And she was like, the platinum blonde, beautiful platinum blonde girl, cheerleader. And I forget what happened. It's like, I don't know if it was like she got bit by a dog or stabbed or what, but her face, like, she had to have multiple surgeries on her face to fix the damage, and it was still like her eyes were still droopy and everything. Didn't look bad at all, but she was still very positive, and I figure, a blonde cheerleader, I'm thinking stereotypes, like, oh god, my face, I look horrible now, Again, I'm being a dick. I'm being stereotypical. That's what I thought at first. But she's very, very positive. I wish I remember her name, but I can't remember it. She was just so positive that I found her on Twitter, and she posted for people if they want to tell their story on Katie Couric, you can go on the site and write your story out. Okay, I did it. And as it turned out, 3 months later they called me, and she's like, and it's not her obviously, but it's one of like the assistants. Like, hey Corey, what do you do for a living? I'm like, right now I'm just working on becoming an IT certified, repair technician. I'm like, oh, well, what's your story? I told her, like, and I told her about this vlog, and she's like, oh, well, I don't think you work for what we're doing right now, but you have a very interesting story. Like, thank you. And I just said, I have a vlog. He's like, oh, what's the link? I emailed her the link, so I don't think anything will come of it, but it'd be kind of cool if it did. Like, I mean, why would she ask for my link to my vlog if nothing's gonna happen? So we'll see. I'm hoping, because I really want to get my story out there for a lot of reasons. One, I want to, for people who have not just deformity, but any disability or any troubles in life, to know they can get through it. And even sometimes when you don't think you can get through anything. And I also want to do it because I want to kind of, say publicly, like, I want to go on, like, television and say, pro wrestling helped me through what I went through. Because I'm so tired of everyone saying, oh, wrestling's this, wrestling's that. It's the reason that so many people die young, blah, 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 blah. No. I want people to see that there is something positive about pro wrestling. And how it helped this kid live. And I don't know what I would have done if not for pro wrestling. If I didn't have that outlet growing up. That's all for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And now I'm going on 17 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I hope you, keep watching. Thank you for everyone that is watching. Pass my vlog along to anybody who hasn't seen it yet. And just take care. Have a great time going back and watching my old videos, because I love when I get comments from videos I've had out for like a year. Isn't it cool that I'm like, oh wow, people still watch my stuff. Cool. Awesome. Alright guys, take care. I love you all.